So as you can see, ambush is a pretty concise flourish, but I think it looks pretty sleek and it feels good to perform as well. It also incorporates a one-handed cut, which I'll teach you in this tutorial. So if you like what you see, then keep watching. Alright, so welcome to the ambush tutorial. I'm glad you decided to learn this flourish. So as always, let's begin with the slow motion overview. This is what ambush looks like. So yeah, let's begin. Alright, so before we actually start learning ambush, we're gonna have to learn this cut. Now it's a one-handed cut and it has a bit of utility as well. Usually on its own, I like to perform it with a revolution cut. But of course, once you've learned this one-handed cut, feel free to experiment with how you'd like to use this one-handed cut. But for now, we're going to focus on using this one-handed cut to achieve ambush. So here's what the one-handed cut looks like. So it doesn't really have a name, but yeah, just learn it. So it's pretty simple, honestly. You're gonna start off in the same way as a Charlia cut. Gonna let half the deck fall into the palm of your hand, and then you're gonna put this two packets in straddle grip. They're gonna be separate. One packet is elevated above the other, but it's straddle grip nonetheless. So this might be a little bit knacky, but I'm sure you'll get it over time. And just a note, for ambush, you only need to use half the deck for this one-handed cut. So if you like to practice with just half a deck, that's fine as well. The next step is to get your thumb over next to your index finger, right there. So then your index finger is no longer needed. And you'll notice that this packet is supported by the thumb and the pinky finger. And this packet, what's going to happen now is as you move this packet a little bit towards your wrist, you're going to put pressure with these fingers on this packet. And what's going to happen then is this packet will now rest in the creases of your knuckle. So I'll remove this packet for now. So you can see that's resting inside the creases of my knuckle. And the corner of the packet is also resting in between my index finger and middle finger. So that's a very natural position to assume. But of course, if you find a different position more comfortable, then go ahead. So you're going to be in this position, and then it's very simple from now onwards. You're just going to drop this packet and let this packet fall on top as well. So once again, Charlia cut starting position, and then you're going to bring this packet out, and you're just going to drop it. So yeah, for ambush, you're only going to need to use half the deck in conjunction with some other motions, which we'll start learning now. Alright, so now that you've gotten this move down, let's begin learning ambush. So ambush starts in a very typical position, Z grip. The middle this packet should not be very large. And then you're gonna bring your thumb of your dealer's grip hand over to this corner. And then with the rest of the fingers of your non-dealer's grip hand resting near this edge and this corner, you're gonna separate another packet from that top packet using your thumb. So this second packet is mostly supported by your ring finger of the non-dealer's grip hand and your thumb, but of course the other fingers will rest by the top edge, or the front edge rather, of that packet as well. And then from here onwards, what you're gonna do is now your objective is to bring this thumb over to the position which is required to do the one-handed cut. So what you're gonna do is at this point, you're gonna put put the bottom two packets in that straddle grip that I was talking to you about, this elevated straddle grip position. And then, let's just start again. And then, straddle grip, you're gonna bring this thumb all the way across the edge of this packet. And then you're gonna end up here. So basically exactly the same way you would do get into position for the first one-handed cut, but with these 2 packets also there. Alright? So once more, just for clarity's sake, like this, and you're going to drag your thumb all the way across. And so what I like to do with ambush from a stylistic point of view is, as I achieve that motion, I kind of bring my wrist over the other hand. So the dealer's grip hand is going to go over the other hand for a moment. So it looks like this. And then you're going to be in this position. So it's basically just adds a little bit more flair, in my opinion. And then what you're going to do is, as you execute that one-handed cut that I just taught you, the pinky finger of your non-dealer's grip hand is going to clip the corner of this packet, this second packet from the top. So it's going to look like this. You can execute that cradle cut, and then this packet is basically just going to flip over like 360 degrees. Alright? So it doesn't necessarily have to, sorry, let's just do this part again. It doesn't necessarily have to pivot over this thumb from the corner here. Usually, most of the support will come from clipping this packet with the pinky finger and ring finger. So you can see it's a very light pivot. It's not really pivoting across the thumb. The thumb is just there to offer some support. Alright? So it's gonna naturally do this. Then as you achieve this, reach this position, you're just gonna end that one-handed cut. So it's basically that one-handed cut, except another packet is inserted in between those 2 packets. Alright, so once again, just like that. And then the closer is very simple as well. You're gonna put this deck in straddle grip now, or mostly straddle grip. Basically the pinky finger just has to be by the back edge of the deck because it needs to be supported upright. The top packet, you're gonna use your index finger to flip it 180 degrees. So it's going to go face up. And then you're going to support this deck upright. Usually this deck for me is just supported by the pinky finger by the bottom edge and the thumb from the back face. So it's just like that, with the corner resting inside my palm. And then in this position, you're just going to take away your index finger at the same time and just slide that packet to the bottom of the deck. And you're done. So once more for the final time. And there you have it. That's ambush.